builder. Cost, about $160. Does it have a flywheel? Yes. Does it have a lock? Yep. Is it smooth? Yep, but with one minor modification. Does it handle mirrorless cameras? Yep. What's its travel length? About 23 inches. Do I recommend it? Yes. Done. Roll that intro. Welcome back, everybody, and you are watching Too Long Didn't Read Filmmaker, where the answers comes first, the reasons come last, but we are always still learning. So today we're going to find out whether or not the GVM Slider is the slider for you. Now, the biggest reason why I bought this slider is because it comes with a built-in flywheel. Now, up until this point, a lot of the flywheel systems have the weight all the way off to the side, and there's some kind of rubber band thing that goes into the middle of the slider. This one does not. The flywheel is actually attached into the carriage, so therefore there's less setup time and you can just go right away. Now, the flywheel definitely helps. I notice a huge difference than using a slider that doesn't have one. This slider, it comes in at about 23 inches, which I think is perfect. It's a nice little slider that you can take with you and you can get some nice cinematic shots or, any types of dynamic shots that you want without having to carry a huge system with you. Now, I've been able to use it with my video fluid head, my Sigma 18-35 on my GH5. It is a little bit on the heavy side for what this slider can handle, but it doesn't seem to do that bad of a job. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are saying, whoa, this looks really close to the Duzi version 4 that also has a built-in flywheel system. And you are correct. It pretty much looks the same, except there's a huge $300 difference. But that doesn't mean that this slider is without its flaws. Now, I've used the Duzi V2, and I can definitely say that the rods are thicker than the GVM. The GVM has really thin carbon fiber rods, and they do hold well. I'm not going to say they don't. The carriage is also a little bit smaller, and I'm going to assume that the flywheel is also not as heavy. Because in this package, they do give you a little cell phone holder, and you do have to buy your own ball head, but I'm guessing this is probably more for your A7Ss, your cell phones, and any other more compact systems. They're not meant to have a huge video fluid head and so on and so forth. But that being said, it does work quite well. If anything, there are two things that I found that is a problem in terms of its build quality. Number one, the rubber band that holds the flywheel to one of the rollers is not exactly the best. What I mean by this is it's not a one-to-one pull. This rubber band actually has quite a bit of give to it. So when you suddenly stop, the flywheel actually kind of recoils a little bit, and that does move your slider. This modification will actually eliminate the recoil. You're going to want to take the rubber band from this position and stretch it to this position. Careful, don't overstretch it because you don't want to rip it. But if you do, I think these are just O-rings that you can get from the Home Depot. The second thing I found that seems to be off about the slider is the rollers don't quite fit the rods correctly. And I'm going to assume that these rollers were probably meant for the 15mm rods that are a little bit more standard with these compact sliders, because you'll notice here that there's actually a little bit of movement if I move the carriage back and forth. So what's the bottom line here? Honestly, for this price, I'm still happy with it, and I'm definitely going to keep it. At $160 and being much cheaper than the Duzi, these slides have been smooth enough for me. Now, there is a couple things that I'm gonna try. I'm probably gonna get myself some 15mm rods or some conduits and see if these rollers will work better with a thicker bar. If so, I'm probably gonna end up making my own DIY version of the rails and continue using the carriage and the flyweight. Hey, that's it for this video, folks. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave it down below. And if this video has made all the difference in your purchasing decisions, I would really appreciate it if you use my Amazon affiliate links down below. It costs nothing extra to you. It just gives me a little compensation and I can continue making videos like this for you. Until then, hit that subscribe button and I will see you in the next one.